This is the NXNY podcast, episode 2. Let's go.
Oh, you don't see me?
I don't see you.
Bam!
Nice.
I'm on the set. I should get a hat on, man, because this haircut's not doing it for me.
Oh, you know what? We're just gonna roll. We're just gonna roll with it. You know, I got about 30 minutes before I gotta jump on another call. So let's get this going.
Perfect. So you decided to do this on a Zoom call. All right. I kind of like being close to you, having that human component next to me. You know, having some I don't know, just having that person next to me, kind of like it's a different vibe. On a Zoom call, I'm not even looking at the camera. I keep looking away because I don't want to look at myself.
Change the gallery option on your screen so you don't look at yourself. Because if you just click on like speaker view, then I would only pop up. So I have it recording as you and I together, so that when we cut this up and edit it, you'll see the both of us. So,
Okay.
All right. Where do we begin? So, I think in the last podcast we were ending the conversation or that episode with us in Marbella and in Spain and how we became broke in the first 24 hours. But I think that story can wait a little longer.
I can wait a little longer because it's exciting. It's a little fucked up, but yeah, we got broke, but it is what it is.
Let's talk about what you've been up to recently.
Well, let's talk about our hobbies. We got a new hobby. We are becoming fishermen. Is that what you want to call it? Are we fishermen yet? Could we say that? Could we take that?
We're starting to learn the basics or the fundamentals of fishing. We went fishing last Friday. I don't know when this is going to drop, but we went fishing July 4th weekend. Was it July 4th weekend? No, it was the end of June.
Friday, we went twice last week.
So. Yeah, we went twice last week. So we went at the end of June, and then we went the Friday. What?
July 3rd.
Yeah, July 3rd. So the first time, let's talk about the first time.
The first time we went at, we didn't know anything about fishing. We decided to go to go get equipment for it. So we ended up at Dick's. And I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah. We went to Dick's and we racked up on some fishing poles, some rods. And so what do you call this little thing that you put on the hook?
Lures,
the bait. And we had a great time. We had a good time. We didn't really catch anything. I think some of us we went with our friend Dex, so it was 3 of us. But we had a couple pull, but we didn't catch anything. But it was exciting. I like it.
It was fun. I like the fact that we were able to go to different lakes and really chill and really bond.
And that's the 7 lakes.
That's the 7 lakes in upstate New York.
Which I haven't been there since I was a kid, man. I think I might have been like 13, 14 the last time I was up there.
Yeah, I only been up there once. I've been up to the Sebago Lake like maybe 2 or 3 times because I used to go camping with the family and as a Boy Scout too,
Oh, that's right. You showing off your skill, your knifing skill, which you look more like you're about to shank somebody.
But yeah, so then a couple of days later, we knew our friend Kleinfeld, aka Chris, aka Mr. Notorious. And it's funny how things are like coming together like full circle. Like for everybody who doesn't know, like when we first started producing, we went to Chris's house in Queens to make music, and we didn't know what we were making, but we knew that he loved techno. And at the beginning, it felt like we were producing techno. We were like, damn, we don't want to do this. We want to do something. We want to learn the basics and then do our own thing.
Which we actually have a couple released with him.
Yeah.
They're good tracks, but again, it's like dark techno. Like it's dark techno, and that
so
was like our vibe.
That was in 2010 that we kind of like, or 2011 that we started like producing or whatever. And then, 9 years later, we're hitting him up again, like, yo, we're thinking about going fishing, and we know he's a big fisherman. He had a boat, he got the whole handlebar mustache, he's carrying like big ass fish that are like hundreds of pounds, and so we're like, what better way to learn fishing than from somebody who's been doing it for a long time? So we ended up going fishing, and it wasn't daytime fishing, was it?
No, it was night fishing, which it was like for two guys that just started fishing at some fucking lake upstate New York, coming down here and started fishing way deep in was that the harbor or?
Yeah, it was Jamaica Bay, like near Far Rockaway.
Come on, and we on a boat. We on a boat, small little boat, because I was scared. I don't care how safe that boat he made it feel to us. It's still scary, And we out there fucking fishing at night now. And we had to get rid of our rods because our rods was way.
They were wimpy.
They were wimpy.
Wimpy little rods. Because
the amateur fucking rods that we had.
Apparently, like our rods can only like hold fish that are under 1 pound versus the fish that we actually caught were like 2-3 pounds, and they were pretty big. And then boom, this is where you drop in the clips of you touching the fish.
Bro, your thumb.
Put your thumb.
Right there.
Your thumb.
Right there?
Your thumb.
He's not gonna bite me, right? No, man.
Your thumb has to go in his mouth, not your finger.
Oh, shut up!
Oh man, that's hilarious. I think at one point did we catch something close the size of our leg or something, like my leg? I think it was that big.
It was definitely. Were you reeling it in?
I think it was Chris that caught it first.
Yeah, because his rod was like bending hard. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
it was already touching the water. But it was fun. I mean, at first it was a little scary. You saw me. I was in the boat hugging the poles to make sure I don't tip over. But it was fun. Once you got out there to the water, like open water, it was peaceful. It was just us. We had some music in the background, very low, but it was just chill, like relaxing. It kind of felt the same way as I felt on Monday when we went fishing. Peaceful, not too much thought in my head. I didn't really have nothing going on, but just concentrating on this. This is exciting, fishing, catching a fish. Mind you, we didn't catch them and take them home. We released them. So let's put that out there before we get a ticket.
Let's talk about your fear of the fish, of touching the fish. What did it feel like? What was going through your mind?
I think it's not about me being scared of the fish. It's more about the texture, the touching, the slime part of the fish. Mind you, you and Chris wanted me to grab it from the mouth.
That's how you're supposed to grab it.
It had like little teeth or little.
Oh, hell no, it didn't have teeth, man.
That shit was gross for a moment. Like I was like, grab it. Like, hell no, I don't want to touch it. I don't even want that shit touching my sneaker. Like, no. And then the way Chris would just toss it over to me. It was like, here, yeah, throw it back out. You had it in your hand. Why didn't you just throw it back out? Why I gotta do it? It was weird. It was just the texture of it really freaks me out. Like it freaks me out and it grosses me out.
Now we got to get you some gloves.
I got to get some gloves. Yeah, I got to get some gloves. If I don't have to touch it directly, I think I'll be all right. Just having my thumb in his mouth, that's gross.
You got to get it in there, that.
Yeah. Got to use your fingers as a hook. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Go back out.
But that was definitely a lot of fun. So definitely looking forward to the next fishing trip. Hopefully in a couple of days.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to do this all summer long. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like
if you weren't honest, then you'd be lying. Because we can talk about that. Yeah. Be honest with you.
My catchphrases. What are my catchphrases?
No, it's not even a catchphrase. It's an annoyance.
I repeat it so many times.
Those are one of the things that's probably like number 46 of the things that irk me about DJ.
46.
His to be honest with you,
I got that from my brother. I got that from Steel Mancia. It's either to be honest with you, or yo, not to be lying, or yo, I'm gonna be real, or yeah. I don't know. Just say it. I know. I get it. But it's just like now it's just like embedded in my brain. I gotta like
Just do away with it. Just kind of throw it away.
But to be honest with you, it's gonna be hard. But yeah. I mean, it's so going back to the fishing stuff, man. Even if we both just go alone somewhere. Because I know I know Chris could be busy sometimes, and we have other friends that could be busy. But yo, as long as we could just go out there and do some fishing.
Well, I'm gonna change my view. Yeah, we're just gonna move here, so this way you can actually see my face because I was like hidden in the
sun,
in the shade. All right.
You see my record back here? I like keeping old classic records since you know who that is?
Nice. Is that Celia Cruz and Willie Cullen?
Exactly.
Nice. It's funny. I got a bunch of these guys hanging out everywhere. So this, I'm also.
That's the new one, right? That's the baby one.
Well, these are ones that have been cut up, and we're trying to get them to grow longer, so that they can be their own plants. So usually when plants get so big, you try to propagate them, which is the act of trying to get them to root elsewhere. So like this guy, I don't know if you can see, but this guy, you see that little white piece?
Yeah.
That guy, that took almost a month to grow because this is a whole plant itself. This is like a really big plant, and the plant was dying, and now we were like, let's try to save it. So like I have so many.
You pulled it out of the soil?
Yeah. Pulled it out of the soil and just trying to kind of have these motherfuckers grow. So we have like 12 cups on the windowsill over here.
So what else, man? What else are we doing this summer, man?
2 weeks we celebrate the 10-year anniversary of what no doubt Xavier, New York is.
It's a big one for us because it's 10 years. And it went quick. It's like it went too quick.
It's funny. Yesterday, while I was kind of like working on that mix, I was going through old tracks because I don't know if you heard the mix, but there's like a little bit of like new and old stuff in there. And then towards the end, it's like a lot of our stuff. But I was looking for some Afrojack stuff, and then I came across the Fight Club track that was first released on Wall Recordings and was played on Tomorrowland. So I remember Sav sent us the track to listen like about a month prior. I was like, yo, check this out. This is getting signed by Afrojack, whatever. And then, at the time, I probably think this was like maybe 2014, I think. I don't know what year that track came out, but it was called Shout It, I think, or something like that. I forgot. But I was watching it on the live stream of Tomorrowland, and I was like, damn, we were like, one day we'll be there. And then next thing you know, Afrojack played Sav's track, and I was like, holy shit, that's huge.
He played it at a festival, right?
He played at Tomorrowland, yeah.
Tomorrowland.
And then I took a picture of that, and I posted it on IG stories, and Sav hit me up. He was like, that's what started it all. And I remember when, like right around the time where we were like producing, I was like, damn, but how do we get these tracks signed? Like, I know you send them to these demo emails, but like, how do you formulate that email? And I remember Sav showed me a track because he was already he was touring with Skrillex doing the photography video stuff, and he would show me conversations that he had with like Afrojack or Afrojack's manager, and I would always look at the subject header to see how you introduce an emo with a demo, and that subject header, track for consideration. And so I was like, oh, okay, so now that's how you do it. So then now after that, every time we came up with a track, I would send it out to like mad different like demo emails, and in the subject line I would put track NXNY track for consideration. and then just write like a little blurb about, you know, who we are, and that's it. So I'd say getting the format or the verbiage of how to get demos or tracks signed came from like just peeking into like Sab's emails and shit.
That's cool.
But yeah, I know you want to do like a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, I want to do a podcast. I want to just select a bunch of music that we enjoy. Maybe the first 10 hours. 10 hours. What? The
10
first,
hours.
the first hour.
Yeah.
We could choose the music that we heard in 2010 and kind of discuss it a little bit. Like just a clip, like 15, 20 seconds of us just saying where we heard it or what inspired us to kind of like go that direction with this type of sound, and just, you know, elaborate on the music and what feelings and emotions we had when we first heard that track. And there's a lot of tracks like that from 2010. And then the next hour we could just kind of like go in with what on a journey from 2010 to 2020. You know, we could do that. I think it'd be exciting. And if we need to release it like a part 1 or a part 2, I'm with it too. So this way they don't have to be on one set.
Yeah. Because I know sometimes listening to something for 2 hours could be a lot.
Yeah. We could release it like a week, and a week after we could just do the 2010 20 to 2020 journey, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, I like that. I started putting some tracks together, and there's just so much stuff that came out in the early 2010s, and I was just like, damn, we played this? Like, I don't know if a lot of people, especially like new listeners or new NXNY followers, know that we first started playing like heavy progressive house, like some crazy hard laid back loops, some Congo rock, a lot of like Hardwell, early Nicky Romero, like crazy to hear back, like a lot of David Guetta. Like we play so many commercial remixes, crazy.
We did, but we play a lot of the commercial remixes because we was doing a lot of gigs.
But if you listen to the podcast, there's a lot of like stuff on there too.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
is there any song that you wouldn't play though? Do you have like a certain, like a song that we played a lot back then that you were like, I can't see myself playing?
Yeah, anything like David Guetta related, man. It was just crazy. Like a lot of it was. Played a lot.
Is that the name of the song with Kid Cudi?
Oh, Memories? No, that's a good song. That's a really good song.
Yeah.
But there was like the Titanium song, the song with the Black Eyed Peas, the song with LMFAO. He had a bunch of remixes. Huh?
I cringe on some of those artists. Oh.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the songs were definitely good for that time, but like listening to it now, I'm like, damn, we were listening to like that. Like that was dance music, you know, but I mean.
Those didn't age well though.
Yeah, those were tracks meant for like the US commercial audience. Like if you even hear like Swedish House Mafia 2009, 2010, like they weren't playing any of that stuff. They were playing like some really dope stuff, you know. And do you remember when you first found out about, was it you or me that found out about 1001 track lists?
It might have been me because I was going through a lot of blogs at the time to find music.
What was one of your favorite blogs you went through?
Chemical Jump, I think it was called. That was the one I was going for a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to that a lot.
I remember.
That's the one I remember the most because I was just on it all the time. But there was a lot of weird music there that I would download thinking I would play it, but I would never play it because I couldn't see how I could fit into a set. Because there was a lot of hard electro stuff that I was downloading for no reason, you know. And I was like, nah, this is not the vibe. I might have found it. I don't remember at all.
I remember Sav used to have a lot of connections with a lot of people, and I think a lot of the stuff that like I would say like the early portion of our success was because of our connections and our friendships we had with different people, whether they were promoters or DJs in the scene. You know, I remember way back, like Sav's, before, I'll tell you how I met Sav. I met Sav through DJ Wildlife.
But wait a minute, when did you first meet him? What year?
I met him, I want to say probably like 2009. We met in a club in Astoria, Queens. Wildlife was DJing. And it's funny, full circle. Russell, the promoter, and Wildlife they would like Russell through the parties, Wildlife would DJ.
Yeah.
And I would talk to Wildlife and be like, yo, I'm thinking about, music and stuff. Like, who would be a good person to kind of, talk to? He's like, yo, my boy Sav, or he called him Steph. My boy Steph, he does videos. He's doing music videos for different artists. He has this thing called Electro Wars coming out. He's going to sell it to, this record label. It's going to blow up. And then I remember, I forgot what club we were in Queens, and Wildlife gets off the set and he's like, yo, come, I want to introduce you to Steph. And then I positioned myself to Steph as a designer. I was like, yo, I hear you're doing a lot of things within house music and video. I'd love to help out any way I can. And that's how our relationship started, like offering designs. And then later I found out that exchange of services was definitely helpful with the relationship. So like, we were able to design logos for Dirty South down the line, logos for Afrojack down the line. And that all came kind of through that relationship with Steph. And then, obviously down the line, we gave him stickers. And when he went on tour with Skrillex, he gave the stickers to Swedish House Mafia, and then he came back with the photos of the stickers and all that. But I remember that.
We should post those images.
Yeah, no, I like that. We'll post them here. Bang.
Bang. All three of them. I like Sav, man. He always has something going on, something special. And the last 10 years that we know him now, that he evolved, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
One of the things that stood out most was he told us at the very beginning, it was like, yo, whatever you guys do, just do not change or compromise your vision. Stick to what you believe. And till this day, a lot of people ask us, like, yo, you guys do weddings? We're like, if you guys like house, we'll play house all night long. They're like, oh, you don't got no bachata or hip hop or freestyle? I'm like, hell no, man. And it's
younger than us, right?
Huh?
He's younger than us.
I think maybe around the same age as me, if not like a year younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of the relationships that he put me onto, or at least the emails, was for Dancing Astronaut. I remember at the time, Dancing Astronaut was like the EDM blog, and we got to get our track on there. We got to get our track on there, and then, I mean, it never came through. And then the next website that was like, we got to get on there was hype.m or Hype Machine.
Hype Machine.
And I remember one of our edits made it on there without even us submitting it. And that was the Salute Sonny James and Ron Marciano edit. And that did really well for us. Crazy.
We leave it for the next episode. How we met Sonny James and Ron Marciano.
Yeah.
And how they embraced us when they saw us.
Yeah.
Already knew us.
Even going back to using like these dancing blogs, I remember, we were creating these relationships with these blogs from like Bulgaria and Germany. We're like, yo, we'll do you some banner ads. Just we'll throw you some edits and put them on a link on your website so they show up on the first page.
Oh, yeah.
We did that for like a good 2 years. Like we were banging out edits after edit after edit. And then we would send them off. I forgot what the name of one of the names of the blogs was, like Black House Mafia or something like that. Black House Mafia or something like that. And then the other one was, I think it was like another EDMmafia.com or something like that. But
yeah. We did so many edits around that time. We had edit packs.
Yeah. And that was before SoundCloud got really strict with the downloads and the copyright stuff. Like,
yeah,
on SoundCloud, all our edits were there. Now they're not there anymore because of the copyright infringement. But like, I remember, like, we would get so hyped when 200 people downloaded the edit, and then it grew from 200 to 300, and then 1,000, and then 1,500. We're like, holy shit, this is it. We're gonna blow up. This is it. Like, and then we would hear a lot of our edits in different people's radio shows, which was really cool. But then that, like,
we're good with those edits though. We had some shit on those edits.
I mean, we definitely got to go through some of those edits.
Yeah.
We should just do a podcast of like NXNY edits, because there's so many edits that we could play.
There's only I want to say 3 edits that we always play.
New or old? When I mean new, I mean like the last 5 years. What
That
would you
we always constantly play. And
tell me?
since I'm horrible with names, you're gonna go ahead and name them. I know you're gonna tell me. I know. As soon as I started saying it, I knew that I fucked myself over.
Well,
I'm not good with names, so
I know. Well, I mean they're edits, so it's like it's 2 songs into one. So I know one that we play a lot is.
that Crystal Waters sample.
Oh yeah, with the drums. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
So that's one. The second one I would say it's like the tech house with the with Ellie Goulding. Look at what you've done.
Yeah. That's a dope one because it has 3 songs.
I remember when we played that in AC and the crowd went nuts when we opened up for Robbie. Oh. And that video is right here. Boom. Damn, what was the third one? Is it an old one?
It's an old one too. It's around that same time that we did that the one that you just mentioned.
I'll give you one that I like to play sometimes when we're DJing. It's a tribal track with Migo. So like drop tops, raindrops, like that.
Which I don't have that one. I don't know why. And I need you to send that to me.
I got you.
I think I lost my my USB, and I think I think I got it off of your computer, off of that USB, and I lost that USB. As a matter of fact, I know who has that USB. This Dominican DJ that we used to do he used to open up sometimes.
We used to do it. I remember doing.
No, he used to open up at Bungalow.
Bungalow.
Funky Us.
Oh, Funky US.
Funky US, yeah. Funky Us. Wow. Yeah, he has my USB. He had told me he had it, but he lives in Jersey. Like, fuck it. I just buy a new one.
All right. I like that. All right, so on the next episode, we'll definitely dive more into what?
Sunny and Ryan.
Yeah.
I think we have a good story with them.
Artist relationships.
Artist relationships. Some of the people that we met. We could also talk a little bit about Jacob and 2001.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of us found the website, but down the road we ended up kind of like becoming cool.
Yeah, and how I hope we could show like the websites that we first did. Like we could talk about the design aspect of things.
You want to talk about
I found the notes from our names. So we
did you?
Yeah.
We could post that up.
And then we could just post the sketches of the logo to give people like a behind the scenes of what we were creating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just popped into my mind. We did T-shirts for Nervo, and we were supposed to meet them at Webster Hall, and we were.
You met them before me though, right? You met them somewhere.
So I will end with this. I met them in Ibiza in 2010. They were opening up for David Guetta and Afrojack, and I sent them. We had the NXNY stickers, the yellow. No, it wasn't yellow NXNY stickers. What stickers did we have?
Did they take you motherfuckers to Ibiza?
Probably. It was probably those. And I gave them one. And maybe like 3 years down the line, we finally met and I told them about that specific incident. They were like, oh my God, yeah. But I'm like, you don't remember that shit. But
Well, we did some T-shirts and some covers for them.
yeah, we did some stuff for them. I remember. All right.
So we could discuss that next time.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. This is our, what's this? En Casa?
Episode, yeah, this is the quarantine edition, episode 2.
So tune into next week.
Nice.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Peace.
Later.